In this chapter, we'll learn the machinery or the system of government as given in the Indian Constitution. According to the Constitution, the powers and the functions of the government are divided into three branches: the legislature, number 2 the executive, and number 3 the judiciary. In this chapter, we'll learn about the legislature. India is a parliamentary democracy. Have you thought of this? What is a parliamentary system of government? In India, we have a prime minister. But why is there no prime minister in United States of America? What is the differences between parliamentary and presidential system of government? These questions would lead us to conclude that every country has a different form of government. Before we start to understand different types of government system, let us get information about the main branches of government. The function of the legislature is to make laws, the executive implements the law, and judiciary provides justice and interprets law. The functions of these organs, the jurisdictions and limitations on their power, and interrelationship between these organs are decided by the Constitution. It is the nature of the interrelationship that determines the system of government adopted in a particular country. There are two main types of government system that are followed. Number 1, parliamentary system, and number 2, presidential system. Now, the parliamentary system of government. The parliamentary system of government developed primarily in England. The English Constitution is an unwritten constitution. The governance is carried out in accordance with traditions and customs and convention. The British Parliament is an institution that has evolved over a period of time. The parliamentary system of government, having its roots in Parliament, is considered as a contribution of England. India has adopted this parliamentary system. Let us discuss the characteristic of the Indian parliamentary system of government. The word parliament in India refers to the union legislature whose permission is required to make or change the country's law. The parliament has also the power to control the union executive, the Union Council of Ministers. The Indian parliament consists of the president and the two houses of the parliament, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. They are also known as the lower house and the upper house respectively. Because we have two houses, this system is referred to as a bicameral legislature. Members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people. The maximum strength of the Lok Sabha as provided by the Constitution of India is 552. Out of this, up to 530 members can represent the states and not more than 20 members can represent the Union territories. Besides, 2 members of the Anglo-Indian community may be nominated by the President to the Lok Sabha. Elections to the Lok Sabha are held at regular intervals. All political parties contest these elections. The party which gets more than half of the seats is considered as the majority party. The majority party forms the government. Sometimes no party gets clear majority. Some parties come together to form a majority and they can establish the government. This kind of government is known as a coalition government. In this way, candidates directly elected by people become members of the legislature and the party in majority gets a chance to form the government. The members of political parties who are not the members of ruling party or the government are together called opposition. The leader of the opposition party is recognized as the leader of the opposition. The leader of the majority party becomes a prime minister. He or she selects candidates from ministerial position from among his or her members. This is known as a portfolio. A portfolio is a minister's area of responsibility as a member of cabinet. The Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers chosen by the Prime Minister together forms executive in the parliamentary system of government. In parliamentary system, the executive has a dual responsibility. Number one, as an executive, they have to implement laws. Number two, as they are the members of the legislature, they also have to fulfill the responsibilities of the legislature. The Prime Minister and Council of Ministers is responsible to the legislature for all the actions and the policies. It means that the Council of Ministers has to work with the legislature. It is for the reason that the parliamentary system is known as responsible system of government. Another distinct characteristic of parliamentary system of government is collective responsibility. Decision taken by any ministry or department is considered as decision of government. The entire Council of Ministers is responsible for the decision.